Hello Rivermen and SPHL fans, and as always, thank you for watching the video. It is much appreciated. This video is brought to you by the Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar, #1 Indian restaurant in the Peoria area. 4.8 stars out of 5, over 300 plus reviews. It's a great place to take your family to eat, especially pre-game. Rivermen, only a couple of blocks away from Carver Arena, and free parking. So after you grab a meal, you can just leave your car in the parking lot and walk up a couple of blocks to the Rivermen game. So go down there, tell them Wade sent you, enjoy some good food before Rivermen hockey. In this video, we're going to preview the matchup between Quad City Storm and Peoria Rivermen. They're going to be playing Friday in Peoria, and then Saturday in Quad Cities again. And then I believe Wednesday, the following Wednesday, they're playing again in Peoria. So basically 3 games in a row coming up against the Storm. Yay. I'm sure everybody's big fans of that. But this will be a quick video just going over some stats. They've played 3 times thus far. Rivermen winning all 3 matchups in pretty dominant fashion. 7-2 win, a 4-1 win, and a 5-1 win. So no real close games. Quad City Storm are 1-5 in their last 5 games and have lost 4 straight games. The Rivermen are 3-2, and they were on a 3-game win streak and then lost game 2 in Roanoke to the Dogs to snap that 3-game win streak. So a stark difference between both teams currently. One's going through it and struggling, and the other's playing pretty decent hockey. Let's see, goals for when it comes to the Rivermen. They are second in the league in goals for with 27, and tied for least amount of goals given up with 17. That's a big difference from the Storm, who have allowed 33 goals on the season and only scored 19 themselves. So, got a lot of work to do to catch up to the Rivermen in that department. Power play numbers. Excuse me. Storm are 5 of 27 on the power play, good for 18.52%. And the Rivermen are 8 for 30, which is good enough for 26.67%. So a much better success rate for Rivermen. The penalty kill for Quad City Storm is 10 of 31 for only a 67.74 success rate, which is not that great. And Rivermen are 6 of 39 for an 84.62% success rate, which is much better than the Storm. Like I've always said, I said it last year, I'm saying it again this year, it's like a broken record with the Storm. Their biggest obstacle holding them back is their team defense and special teams. And you can see that with their goals for and goals against numbers and their penalty kill numbers and power play numbers. Special teams and team defense has always been Storm's biggest issue pretty much since entering the league. Even though they're on their second different coach, it's still the same problems that plague them. They do have players that can put the puck in the net. Leaf Matson is a very dynamic player who can score at will. Devin Sanders is a great player who can score, just to name a few. But their team defense and special teams is what really hurts them. in the goalie department, I'm not saying Steves is a bad goalie. He is a pretty decent goalie. Is he Brent Moran? I don't think so. I think they were better off with Brent Moran as their goalie, but they have Steves now, and they're gonna have to make do with that. And he is a decent goalie. He's not gonna flat out lose you, the games. But he does need help. If you're not gonna put a good defense in front of him and help him out, he's gonna lose you more games than win you games. Let's see here. The Storm. I should have said this at the beginning. I'm sorry, but the Storm are in 10th, currently last place. 5 total points on the season. 2 behind the 9th place Dogs. 2-6-1 is their record. They have 181 penalty minutes total. Rivermen are in 4th place with 12 points, 6-3 on the season, and they have 227 penalty minutes, which is 3rd most in the league. Dogs having the most penalty minutes in the league, followed by the Huntsville Havoc. The 2 teams that claim Rivermen are the dirtiest the most, and they're the ones ahead in penalty minutes. Go figure. Players to watch for with the Quad City Storm. I already mentioned 2 of them with Leaf Matson and Devin Sanders. I think those are 2 of their most dynamic players they have on the roster. Sava Smirnov is a pretty solid player as well, and when he's hot, he can get on the score sheet, and Brody Gerard is a good player for him as well. With the Rivermen, always got to keep your eye on the captain, Alec Bear. He's one of the best playmakers in this league. He's dangerous with the puck on his stick. Can set people up for success, and he can bury the puck himself. Michael McChesney, I believe leading goal scorer in the league with 8 goals. He's a very dangerous player. Braden Barker, of course, and Garrett Devine are players to watch for. Again, no disrespect to Storm. They definitely can win a game. They'll beat Rivermen a few times eventually, but it's hard to favor them to win a matchup when you compare the numbers and just see what they've been doing over the course of the year so far. And the Friday game being in Peoria might be a closer game than what it's been, but I would still favor the Rivermen to win. It's got to be a bounce back game for the Rivermen. They kind of lost the plot a little bit in Roanoke. Kind of came unhinged in the first period, but they have time to recover and gather themselves. Signing Zach Wilkie ahead of that matchup, since Adenier was suspended 2 games. We should have Mike Gillette and Josh Martin coming off IR here pretty soon. I don't know if they'll be back this weekend for the Storm series, but I would think they may be back at least next weekend. But who knows? They might come back. Still got time to be activated from the IR. So I'll go ahead and give you the keys here quickly. I think Rivermen just need to come out, play a full 60-minute game against the Storm. They need to get that first goal and play a physical matchup and stay disciplined. Storm, I say the same thing with them. They usually come out in the first period and throw the kitchen sink at us and then cool off as the game gets going. I think they got to follow up that first period with a good second and third period as well. They can't be turning the puck over to the Rivermen and they got to help out their goaltender if they want a chance to win. They can't let the Rivermen be getting 30-plus shots on Steves or Lush if they hope to win, especially in Peoria. So those are my keys and players to watch for. I do expect to win in Peoria versus the Storm, and we'll see what they do in that first game, how it goes for the second. I always give Storm a little more of a chance to win on their home ice than I do in Peoria, but, anything can happen in a hockey game. Storm can definitely win in Peoria, as well as Quad Cities. It doesn't matter that they've been dominated the last 3 games. I mean, like I said, eventually Storm's going to win a game or 2, but hopefully not this weekend. So with that, I'll catch you at the next puck drop, and I always keep it Rivermen style.